this, ooh, this is hot. And this is octopus pie. And I'm not sure of how I'm gonna like that, but I'm gonna try it because it is supposed to be delicious. Octopus pie from the town where I am, Marseillan, which is not Marseille. Everybody's like, oh, Marseille, you're in Marseille. I'm like, nope, I said Marseillan, and I meant Marseillan. So Marseillan is this adorable village outside of Marseille. Marseille is a large port town. It's a city in France, right on the Mediterranean. And I believe it's about a 6-hour drive from Spain if you drove the coast. And Marseillan, the village where I am, is halfway between Marseille and Barcelona, Spain. So they've got their own kind of flavor and their way of doing things down here. It's a beautiful village. I absolutely love it. But everybody's been talking about octopus pie, and they've got their own wine region. And this is a wine that I got from a friend. She just kind of brought it when I arrived here. She just offered it as a gift. She brought me this and a bottle of champagne. And so I'm gonna have some octopus pie and some white wine from Rôle, situated in the south of France. Seigneurie de Peyrat offers this crisp and aromatic roll. So this is a roll that I'm drinking. And cheers. I like to have like one glass of wine a day. I don't have to have a glass of wine a day, but if I'm gonna have a meal, then I like to have a little wine. And so this is my lunch. Okay, octopus pie. Let's try it. I don't like the way that sounds. Can you hear that? I'm tapping it. I'm gonna tap it a little bit more. I'm gonna tap it and tap it. I don't know if I like that. It sounds dry. Look, when I was looking at this in the bakery, I got this one from the bakery around the corner. And my friend said, oh, I'm sure it's good. I can't remember if she said that this is good here or not. But looking at it, it looks pretty dry. It just looks like a bunch of bread. And that makes me nervous. The lady said, heat it up in the oven. I did not put it in the microwave. I turned on the oven and put it in the oven, and it sounds dry. Drum roll. Okay, I'm cutting in. Oh, actually, you don't need to see me. You need to see this. So let me try it and see what you think. Okay, cutting in. Ooh, actually, oh, that's not at all like I thought it was going to be on the inside. It looks kind of red, and it smells like octopus. It smells like the sea. And can you see that? Let me do it this way. Maybe it's better. Can you see that? So it's chopped octopus, and I don't know what the base is. All right, let's see. Let's see how it tastes. I don't know. Still seeming a little dry. It's like mincy. Mincy. It's like minced meat pie. All right, here we go. I don't know, and that crust is a little tough. what in the world does this taste like? I don't know. I don't know about this. Look, I love different cuisines. But here's the thing, in midlife, I've gotten a little less adventurous. So when I was young, I traveled all over the world. I remember being in Kazakhstan when I was 22 years old. Okay, this was back in 1992. And we got invited to a lot of different places. People loved having Americans, and people loved having a Black American woman. That was like a young Black American woman. That was like, oh my God, mind blown. Just invitations to dinner, to lunch, to weddings, to the birth of babies, like just all the invitations you could imagine. It's like being a diplomat. How wonderful, right? And I remember we went to this event. Oh, Kazakhstan. So we went to this event, and it was an outdoor sporting event, and it was like, I don't know what it was like, but they were all on horses because Kazakh people, like in the Eurasian steppe, Kazakh people are like notoriously phenomenal horsemen. So they had this game where they had a big field, and you know the people were seated around the field, and the men were on horses, and they were going around in a circle, and they were tossing a live sheep back and forth, and that thing got pummeled, and I was horrified. That was the first time I had ever seen anything like that. So yeah, I've had some adventures in my life, and I've eaten some weird things too. So I was at one of those events, and one of those dinners, and they brought out, the spread looked amazing. And I was told, you know, being a foreigner, like, just don't refuse anything. You don't want to offend anybody. So I didn't want to offend anybody. So I said yes to everything. Why did they bring out a sheep's head? Like the whole sheep's head. It was roasted. They brought out that sheep's head, and they were like, do you want the eyes? And I'm like, I'm going to give those eyes to my boyfriend because he's the one who got us into this mess. He's the one who wanted us to go to Kazakhstan, and that's what we did. And I'm so glad we did. And Kazakh people were warm and friendly and open-hearted and open-minded and generous and all those kinds of things. Traveling is really, really, really wonderful. People are so receptive. And down here in the south of France, people are just absolutely so unbelievably warm-hearted and kind. It is so very different than northern France and Paris in particular. But look, Paris is a city. I think in big cities, people just tend to be a little bit more cold, a little bit more reserved. The further north you go in Europe, the more reserved people are. I think that's probably true all over the world. But anyway, here in Marseillan, the people are so freaking friendly. Apollo and I were just walking. We're just walking on the street, and I'm like tired. We've been out walking for hours, okay? And we're heading home. I'm coming to get my octopus pie, which I don't know, I may not have this next bite. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But anyway, we were walking, and there was this couple sitting at a park bench. So they have a long promenade around a big pond. I'm going to put some pictures in there in this video. I'm going to add some pictures. So they have this big pond. It's a big pond. They call it the pond, but it's like a giant lake. It's huge. Anyway, they have the promenade, and then there was a couple sitting there. They had just pulled their car over. They had gotten some oysters, and they were just shucking oysters and eating the oysters. And they were like, hey, you want some? Hey, do you want some? You and your dog, you want some oysters? And I'm like, so sweet. Oh my God, I'm feeling emotional. I'm feeling emotional because people are good. There are so many good people in this world, and if you talk to the wrong people, they will have you thinking this world is fucked up. But if you talk to the right people, you will see that there's some kind, generous, loving people in the world. And I really believe it's just it's a small percentage of people who are rotten and making it bad for everybody else. Anyway, I said no to their oysters, okay? Because I'm like, oh no, we have to hurry up and get home. But they were very sweet, like, and they were all spread out, just shucking oysters. You want some? Like, no, thank you. Anyway, so this video is about this octopus pie. I'm trying this other bite, and I'm gonna see how I feel about it. It's dry. It's a little bit fishy. Maybe it's just because it's from the bakery. This, by the way, is called Tielle. Tielle. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm gonna try another bite because I believe in trying things. Sometimes if you get something and it's too hot, the flavor is killed. So if you let it cool off just a little bit, I've noticed, then I can, taste it better. It's tangy. It's salty. It's not fishy. It's just not something that I would put together. I would just not put octopus in a pie. I would not put octopus in a pie. Let me try some wine with it. Ooh. I'm not sure about this pie. I'm trying one more bit, okay? Look, and there's a lot of crust. There's a lot of crust, and I'm not sure of how I feel about this. I'm definitely not getting into all this crust. It's not that it's bad. It just doesn't taste like anything that I would put together. It's so weird. I don't know. Look, there's a restaurant that's here, right? This restaurant is right behind. This restaurant is right there. It's right on the other side of this block, and it's called Delicatessen. If you ever come to Marseillan, it's a bar. Delicatessen is technically a bar, but it's got a little restaurant in the back. I had the best meal, I think, of my entire life in that little tiny restaurant. It was delicious. It was a magret, like magret de canard. It was magret de oie, which is goose. So instead of using duck breast, they used goose breast, and it was phenomenal. And they had the best French fries that were seasoned, and they were crispy and just wonderful. And then the wine we had was just outstanding. So that was a great meal. I believe in this town, you're gonna get good food. But I just think that this particular delicacy is not one for me. I'm gonna try this last bite, and then the rest is probably gonna go into the trash because I don't wanna waste my calories on something I don't love. No. Nope. That's a no for me. Nope. Nope. Don't like it. That's a no. All right. So much for Tielle. That's it. I'm going to use this wine to wash that out of my Wash that out of my, taste out of my mouth. Very rarely do I find something that I'm kind of like, no, I'm not eating that. But that was definitely not for me. It's not that it's a bad thing. I don't know. You'd have to try it yourself to see if you like it. It just did not work for me. So weird though. I was expecting that I was going to love it, but hey, I've been here for over a month, and that the fact that I didn't try it, that was my intuition talking. My intuition said, babe, you're not going to like that. My intuition was right. All right. Okay, I'm going to tell you what is a yes from that same bakery. A raspberry Madeleine. It is a raspberry Madeleine with it's a Madeleine with raspberry jam inside. And, oh man, that's heaven right there. I'm going to show you. Ooh, wait, there we go. If I hold still, it'll focus. Oh, yum. Yeah. This, from that same bakery that did that awful, not awful, just not my type, not my style. This is a yes. Heaven. Palate cleanser.